With OP08 coming out this weekend, I thought why not build day 1 deck list for all 6 of the new leaders. As they are day 1 deck lists, please don't take the deck list too seriously, but instead take it as a base idea on how to go about building each leader. So we've gone through the first 3 leaders and now we are moving on to our 4th, King. Let's talk about the leader first. King is a purple-black leader with the Animal Kingdom Pirates trait with 4 life and 5k power. His effect is once per turn, activate main, -2 dons, choose one of the following effects below. If you have 5 cards or less in hand, draw 1, or one of your opponent's character -2 cost for the turn. His effect is like the more balanced version of Blue-Black Sakazuki. -2 dons could be quite taxing, but being purple, which is a color known for ramping dons, and being an Animal Kingdom Pirates means you will have access to Onigashima, so you will usually won't have any issues paying the cost. In this video, I'll be showing you my take on the Purple Black King leader. There are other builds and cards you can include, but for today's video, I'll be showing you a straight Animal Kingdom deck which focuses on playing big bodies, taking into consideration that Red Purple Law will probably be the #1 popular deck in OP08. As we all know, Black being one of the 2 strongest color in the game, has access to many strong cards like Borsalino, 5 cost Sabo, and of course the infamous 8 cost Gecko Moria. However, I won't be featuring any of these cards for today's deck profile. So here's my take on the King deck. Firstly, our staple, 4 copies of Queen. Finally, the Animal Kingdom Pirates received their own top 5 searcher for the Animal Kingdom, and it only took them 8 sets in a different color. Next, I'm running 4 copies of the new Sasaki, which is a 2k counter. You probably won't be playing him down, although his effect is okay at best, the cost is really high. Then I'm also playing another 2k counter Sasaki from OP01. Next, I'm running 4 copies of Black Maria. In my opinion, this is probably the best card to come out of OP08. Not only is she a 2k counter, her effect is activate main. If you don't have another Black Maria on the field, add 5 rested Dawn, and at the end of your turn, return your Dawn cards until you have the same number of Dawn as your opponent. This means if your opponent has more Dawns than you don't need to return any back. The rested Dawn can be used as a way to pay for your leader's cost or even ramp back up after playing, for example, your 9 cost Kaido. Next, I'm running 4 copies of Bond Clay. He's a really good purple card that ramps an active Dawn on play, and then when attacking, he can copy one of your opponent's character's attack as his own. Additional ramp on top of Onigashima is always good as it can help you get to your high cost characters faster. Next, I'm running 4 copies of 5 cost Kid. His effect synergizes well with the leader because in combination with Kid and Onigashima, the leader's effect is essentially free. Being a 6k blocker is also a good card, which is why I'm running 4 copies of him. Next, I'm running 4 copies of Queen. His effect allows you to draw 2 cards and discard 1, and it's good for drawing 2 cards you need or looking for the pieces, at the same time getting rid of cards that you don't need. And again, 6k blocker is always good, but take note that the 1 cost searcher can't search for this Queen. Next is 6 cost King from the starter deck. Reason why I'm including him in the deck is mainly because I expect there to be a lot of Red Purple Law in the format. So being able to KO something on play is really good, and being at 7k, it's gonna be tough for the opponent to bottom deck King using Gordon or Race Max. Next, I'm running the new 7 cost Basil Hawkins. With all the RAM cards, you hope to bring him out as soon as possible and overpower the opponent, which they will have trouble getting rid of it, especially with that high 9k power. Next, I'm running 4 copies of the new Big Mom. Effect is on play, discard 1 card, heal 1 card, then put one of your opponent's 6 cost or lower character to the top or bottom of your opponent's life. So purple getting heal is huge, and being able to get rid of a threat while healing is strong. Finally, for our last character, I'm running 4 9 cost Kaido from the starter deck. On play, -5 Dawns, KO a cost 6 or lower character, and he gains rush. Usually -5 Dawns is tough, but with Black Maria, Kid, and even Onigashima, you get back those 5 Dawns very easily, which is why I'm playing 4 copies of him. 10k attack is also not easy to deal with, so usually he'll be staying on the field for quite some time. For our events, I'm only running 4 copies of We Are Going to Claim the One Piece. Effect is, if your leader is an Animal Kingdom Pirates or a Big Mom Pirate, search the top 5 cards for an Animal Kingdom or Big Mom cards, which is 80% of the deck, other than Bond Clay and 5 cost Kid. So a really good card for you to help search for missing pieces or your Onigashima, as well as your 9 cost Big Mom. For the last card in the deck, we have to run 4 copies of Onigashima. By resting this stage, if your leader is an Animal Kingdom Pirate, you get 1 rested Dawn. You need to see this card for all your games, and best to play it as soon as possible, which is why we are playing 4 copies of the event as well as the Queen Searcher. So that is my take on the Purple Black King deck list. I think the leader has the most potential out of all the leaders in OP08 and could possibly compete for the top spot in the metagame. Not only is he a black leader, which we all know has been doing really well lately, he also has a consistency effect plus good support. So this king is definitely, in my opinion, the best leader in OP08. Like I mentioned earlier, you can definitely run cards like Gecko Moria, the Navy package, 4-cost Rebecca and more, playing similar to how you would play Sakazuki back then with the cost reduction plus removal strategy. But there are also other ways where you can play the 7-cost New King, which gains rush, and revolve your strategy around rushing down the opponent. Let me know in the comments how you would build your purple black king deck, and if you're interested to try the deck out. Now we are left with 2 more leaders from OP08, and we'll end it off with a box opening of OP08 this weekend. If you've enjoyed this video, give this video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be uploading the Pudding Leader deck profile tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Also follow me on Twitter or X for more One Piece TCG content, and as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.